name is Reverend Annie Chambers, and I'm the president of We Stand Up For All, a member of People Power Assembly, on the board of the National Welfare Rights, along with a lot of other groups. The reason we're coming out today is to say an attack on one attack on all races in America. America was built on lies, deceit, and destruction, and greed. And we're here to say, no more. No more will we take this. We're going to fight, and for our brothers and sisters who have a right here as much right is that apartheid and eat our butts. So we're now saying we won't take it. We won't stand for it. And if we're gonna make change. We're gonna make change in this country. This is a time, you young people, I'm so proud of you. I've been out here now for 65 years. But I'm proud to still
I see you stepping.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. ICE has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. ICE has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. ICE has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. ICE has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. ICE has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. ICE has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. ICE has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. ICE has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. ICE has got to go.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When black lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When trans lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
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 When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When black lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When black lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When trans lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When trans lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
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 Woo! Alright! 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 Just stand! Now! Just stand! Now! Shut it down! 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 The people united! The people united! The people united! The people united! No hate, no fear! Immigrants are welcome here! No fear! Immigrants are welcome here! No hate, no fear!
Immigrants are welcome here.
No hate, no fear!
Immigrants are welcome here.
No hate,
No fear.
immigrants are welcome here! No hate, no fear!
Immigrants are welcome here. No fear. Immigrants are welcome here.
No hate, no fear!
Immigrants are welcome here.
No hate,
No fear.
immigrants are welcome here!
Hey, no fear.
Immigrants are welcome here! From Palestine to Mexico!
All the walls have got to go.
From Palestine to Mexico!
All the walls have got to go.
From Palestine to Mexico!
All the walls have got to go.
From Palestine to Mexico!
All the walls have got to go.
From Palestine to the Philippines!
Stop the U.S. war machine.
From Palestine to the Philippines!
Stop the U.S. war machine.
No Trump!
No KKK, no fascist.
USA!
No Trump. No KKK, no racist USA.
No Musk! No KKK!
USA. No Musk. No KKK, no racist USA.
No Trump!
No KKK, no racist USA.
No Trump!
No KKK, no racist USA. No justice.
No peace!
No racist.
No peace!
No justice.
No peace!
No racist.
No peace!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
And if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
and if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
and if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down!
Shut it down! Shut it down!
U.S. imperialist #1 terrorist!
U.S. imperialist #1 terrorist!
U.S. imperialist #1 terrorist!
U.S. imperialist #1 terrorist!
When workers are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up like that!
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up like that!
When black lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up like that!
When trans lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up like that!
When women's lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up like that!
What do we do?
Stand up like that!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
From Palestine to Mexico,
From Palestine to Mexico,
all the walls have got to go.
all the walls have got to go.
From Palestine to the Philippines,
From Palestine to the Philippines,
stop the U.S. war machine.
stop the U.S. war machine.
No justice,
No peace,
no racist,
no peace,
no justice,
no peace,
no racist,
no peace,
no justice,
no peace,
no racist,
no peace,
no justice,
no peace,
no racist.
no peace.
When people are occupied, resistance is justified.
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 No racist,
No peace,
no racist.
no peace.
Okay.
Money for jobs and education, not for place and occupation.
Money for jobs and education, not for ice and occupation.
Money for jobs and education, not for wars and education, not for ice and occupation.
Not for ice and occupation.
Money for healthcare and education,
Money for healthcare and education.
not for ice and occupation.
Not for ice and occupation.
Money for healthcare and education,
Money for healthcare and education.
not for ice and deportation.
Not for ice and deportation.
Money for jobs and education,
Money for jobs and education.
not for ice and deportation.
Not for ice and deportation.
Money for jobs and education,
Money for jobs and education.
not for war and not fiction.
Not for war and occupation.
Money for housing and education,
Money for housing and education.
not for war and not fiction.
Not for war and occupation.
Money for schools and education,
Education.
not for rights and deportation.
Not for ice and deportation.
Okay. We're gonna sit here for a few minutes because we're trying to set up. So let's.
Money for jobs and education,
Not for jobs and education.
not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
Money for healthcare and education,
Not for ice and deportation.
money for jobs and education,
For jobs and education.
not for rights and deportation.
Not for ice and deportation.
When workers are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When workers are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrants attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When trans lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When trans lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When black lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When black lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
Trump says get back, we say.
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 Fight back.
Get back.
Fight back.
Get back.
Fight back.
Get back.
Fight back.
Trump says get back, we say.
Fight back.
Trump says get back, we say.
Fight back.
Trump says get back, we say.
Fight back.
Get back.
Fight back.
Get back.
Fight back.
Get back.
Fight back.
Get back.
Fight back.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When workers are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When workers are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for ICE and deportation.
Not for ICE and deportation.
Money for healthcare and education.
Money for healthcare and education.
Not for ICE and deportation.
Not for ICE and deportation.
Money for jobs and education.
Money for jobs and education.
Not for genocide and occupation.
Not for genocide and occupation.
Money for healthcare and education.
Money for healthcare and education.
Not for ICE and deportation.
Not for ICE and deportation.
Money for healthcare and education.
Money for healthcare and education.
Not for war and occupation.
Not for war and occupation.
Money for healthcare and education.
Money for healthcare and education.
Not for ICE and deportation.
Not for ICE and deportation.
From Palestine to Mexico.
From Palestine to Mexico.
All these walls have got to go.
All these walls have got to go.
From Palestine to Mexico.
From Palestine to Mexico.
All these walls have got to go.
All these walls have got to go.
When people are occupied.
When people are occupied.
Resistance is justified.
Resistance is justified.
When people are occupied.
When people are occupied.
Resistance is justified.
Resistance is justified.
Woo!
No justice.
No peace.
No racist.
Police.
No justice.
No peace.
No racist.
Police.
When I say melt, you say ice. Melt.
Ice.
Melt.
Ice.
When I say melt, you say ice. Melt.
Ice.
Melt.
Ice.
No justice.
No peace.
No racist.
Police.
No justice.
No peace.
No racist.
Police.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
And if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
and if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
and if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
and if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
shut it down.
Shut it down.
Shut it down. When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When black lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When trans lives are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When people are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
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 Woo!
Let's go.
I saw.
So this fight is just beginning. We have a lot to get through to the next 4 years, and the only way that we're going to make it through is if we stick together and if we support one another. Once we think about the immigrant community, sometimes we think immigrants, but it's our neighbors, it's our sister, it's our family, it's people teaching at our schools. It's so many people, and when we think about immigrants, we need to humanize them, because this system, this administration is trying to criminalize people for only trying to have a better life for themselves and for their children. And we will say we won't stand with it. So when our immigrant community is under attack, what do we do? What do we do? Thank you all so much for having me here today, and I hope to continue working with each one of you to make sure that everyone in this community is safe. Today is the immigrant community, but tomorrow might be another community. And what are we going to do? Stand up, fight back. Thank you.
And can we give a shout out to the Poor People's Army who came all the way down from Philly? And Sherry, you're up. Is she back there somewhere? Oh, okay, well then, trying to think. How about anybody from PPA? Poor People's Power Assembly? Andrew.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do? When immigrants are under attack, what do we do? Thank you, everyone. I'm Andrew from the People's Power Assembly, the son of an immigrant from the Philippines. I wanted to say something about, why we defend the immigrant community, I get a little weary of this sort of liberal interpretation that, well, if the immigrants leave, who's going to do all the jobs we don't want to do? And I want to fight back against that, because it's about their genuine human rights to travel and to work and to thrive wherever they are. Corporations have freedom of travel. They can cross whatever borders they want.
Yes. Yes.
The U.S. imperialist machine, the war machine, is responsible for mass displacement of people. They cause their so-called, quote-unquote, immigration problem. We have to stand against the war machine. We have to stand against the people in power so that everybody can stay safe. I wanted to mention, I came back from LA where they're doing community defense patrols early morning for ICE operations, and they've broken up so many. They've broken up ICE operations. They've prevented people from getting kidnapped, and that's something I think we need to bring here. The People's Power Assembly in January initiated the People's Fight Back Network. Everybody can sign on to it. It's just a way for us to transmit when there's situations we have to respond to, whether it's a workers' picket line, whether it's ICE operations, whether anybody comes under attack. Thank you very much. When immigrants are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. I forgot to ask the question. Thank you.
Thanks, Andrew. Ujima People's Power Progress Party. Namdi? He wants to wait a minute. Hugh Taft Morales, Baltimore Ethical Society, Washington Ethical Society, and Philadelphia Ethical Society.
Hey everybody, let's give a hand to Raven. I'm proud to be the leader of the Baltimore Ethical Society, and there is a word in there, ethical, that we need to address every day in this country, because the unethical behavior of those who have seized power in a coup has got to end. Let's call them out now. I was blessed to grow up in a country with a lot of privileges, and as a cisgendered white male, I was blessed to marry into a Latino family. And so I know from their stories, including my father-in-law, what it takes to get to this country and what they have given to this country in every level. And we talk about, was just mentioned, how often we know that our fruit and our hotels are kept clean and so on and so forth. But it's all up and down in power positions everywhere in this country. 162 of the Nobel Prizes awarded to Americans out of the 460 were immigrants. 50% of Fortune 500 companies have been founded by immigrants. So this is not just talking about the underclass, this is talking about humanity. Everybody contributes to this country at every level. We have to continue pushing for that. If there's any reason why, for our own self-interest, we can't get that, the basic humanity of every person in this country has to be dealt with, has to be treated kindly. My daughter teaches in public schools in D.C. Her children are coming into the classroom saying, when I go home today, are my parents going to be here? This is happening all across this country. The fear and the bigotry by a very small group of multi-billionaires is turning this country into the laughing stock of the world. And it's our job to stand up. Everybody from all parts of the country have to stand up, whatever your position is. So if you know somebody that is leaning this way but is not out doing something, give them a call, let them know. Tell them to show up at the next protest. Thank you for being here, everybody.
Okay, Namdi, you ready now?
Ujima People's Progress Party, thank you. So, as a descendant of people who didn't ask to come here and kidnapped and then called immigrants, I'm here to say that we fight against a state and against a class who believes they can do anything to humanity for profit. They can do anything to human beings so that a small section of humanity can live with everything that humans need, and the rest of us have to fight amongst each other for what we need. I'm proud to stand here with you to fight ICE and any other agent of the state that believes it can kick people out.
Yes.
An illegal state, an illegal settler state like the United States has no right that we the oppressed, we the colonized, we the workers should respect. We should organize ourselves and we should unite against any such illegal settler state for doing what it is. It has no legitimate right, no legitimate right, no legitimate right to make any human being illegal. What is illegal is to be the richest empire that the world has ever seen and to have human beings wonder where they're going to eat, wonder where they're going to sleep, wonder if their children and their grandparents are going to have health insurance. That is the real crime. We have to also make sure that there are more and more of us because we're in a battle for ideas. The imperialist state right now is in confusion and wants us to believe that Donald Trump is the source of the problem. He is not the source. He's a manifestation of the crisis of imperialism and capitalism. He is a fascist, but he only represents another part of an illegal state. We have to help people understand getting the Democrats back in office won't fix what we just talked about. Getting the Democrats back in office don't make sure that people have a home, make sure that people don't have jobs and health care and dignity. That is what we're struggling against, not against the Republican Party, not against Donald Trump. We are not struggling for the Democratic Party. We are struggling for a world without borders. We're struggling for a world with all the resources serve us. And we're struggling for workers to come into power. I want to say Uhuru, Uhuru means freedom.
Well, I'm glad I don't have to go after that. Jerry? Yeah, you. Sure. Yeah, you. Hello. My name is Sherry Honkala, and I'm from the Poor People's Army. We just drove here from Philadelphia. I'm honored to be here with Raven and my mother of the movement, Annie, and all of you. I bring you greetings from poor and homeless families across the United States of America. We know that the fight is really about the bottom coming for the top. Are you with me? Yeah. It's not about where you came from. It's not about how you look. It's not about what border. It's not about any of those things. It's about the bottom coming for the top. You know, as a poor and homeless organization, we've been out here in the front, in the forefront, taking over houses, housing homeless people, feeding people, reclaiming land, because we know that the Democratic Party and the Republican Party are the same party. They are the party of the ruling class, and they don't give a damn about any one of us here. And so we have to start uniting with each other. Stay away from the 9,000 bullshit conferences and actually do like all of you today and get out here and speak your mind. Because some people might say to me, Sherry, why'd you guys go to Baltimore around immigrant rights? Because this issue is my issue. That whenever, whether it's a homeless person, a trans person, an immigrant, the elderly, black, white, brown, I don't care. It's my issue too. Too long they've been dividing us. Too long they've been reaping the benefits, sitting at the table and eating our food. It's time that we stop listening stuffing their pockets and under the guise of Jesus or their religious beliefs, saying that follow me while they stuff their pockets. Now, if you're from the bottom, put yourself in the leadership. We're going to take ourselves to freedom. If you're homeless, house yourself, damn it. If you're hungry, feed yourself. If you need medical, hold a sit-in, demand that you get that medical. Your living and eating and prospering should never be up for negotiations. And it should never be up for negotiations for our children. And our children are every single child across the country and the world. So if I cry when I see what's happening to children in Haiti, or in Palestine, or in Kensington, those are righteous tears, because all of those children are my children and your children, and our responsibility to the next 7 generations to come. Do you feel me? So please, please stay away from the misleaders. Stay away from those people that are patting their pockets. This ain't about ego. This ain't about I want to be the leader, you want to be the leader. They are taking us off cliffs. They are killing us. It's a different time in history right now. It's time for us to save each other, take things back, and free all of our people. I encourage you to check out our website, the Poor People's Army. We're growing across this entire country. If you're clear that they don't give a fuck about us, you're one of our members. Thank you for letting me speak.
Thanks, Jerry.
All right.
Thank you.
And we have MC Chen Wesley in the house from the Good Trouble Church.
God has kept DJ my Raven, my DJ. How y'all feeling this afternoon? People's Power Assembly. Welcome everybody out here today. Protest march against ICE. Y'all heard me around the corner doing a little chanting, little MC trying to join the party. Welcome to the party, everybody. Y'all welcome me to y'all party, and I brought along with the Good Trouble Army, Good Trouble Party. I'm gonna turn it to a Good Trouble Party. Starting a little bit of Good Trouble. I am the minister of freestyle and outreach for Good Trouble Church.
Okay. All right.
In the middle of Baltimore community, station north of Charles Village. All this bringing back memories to me, because I grew up not far from here when it used to be the high-rise Lafayette projects.
All right.
Low-income housing. The projects. 125. I went to 139 elementary school. I lived in the projects and looked at the upper side of that post office till I was in the 4th grade. I lived in apartment 2B. I used to watch karate movies at that shot tower right there. I learned how to wrestle on the counter. My mother got her life together, moved to the west side. And I learned so much from all of you, all of us, all the television, all the families, all the people. all around the world. Travel. My young years, I MC rap. Chasing that stardom. And realize we all come here from that sun. I know that, right? The Most High. All right. Trump, to me, my opinion, it's like we all come here from the sun. And you have Satan running around trying to deport souls, trying to say we aren't welcome here on this earth. We all are welcome here on this earth. So, in my television going on in my head, that's how I see Trump and ICE. You don't have no right to come anywhere on this land of earth and make anyone feel unwanted.
That's right. This is God, sir.
I just got hit by a truck in 2023, and the Most High blessed me to be here, to be with all y'all today, still be standing. And I'm thankful and grateful for the opportunity that the Most High has given me to be fighting with all y'all against the negative energy that's putting out in the world today. So many people has been walking around with a ball and chain of trauma, or hurt, being stabbed in the back, being put down. I started out an advocate in the community for the less fortunate and for our elderly and our children. Because I myself grew up watching and coming from that environment and wanting to be a part of change, encouraging, uplifting. So the Most High has blessed me to be here with you all, Good Trouble Church, Raven. See a lot of aspiring, and I could feel the energy from each and every one of you, and those that have spoke on the mic from Hopkins Plaza to City Hall. I'm gonna give a shout out. What's up, Brandon? Yeah. Brandon Scott. Yeah, we out here in front of City Hall today, giving back and speaking out loud. I'm proud of who you are, proud of the work that you do, and sharing all our blessings and giving back and uplifting and encouraging each other. To take away opportunity from less fortunate people who hasn't had the opportunity to be blessed to receive their blessings. We ain't want to stand for that in Baltimore. And stay tuned. I ain't gonna hold the mic up, talk everybody to death, because we have more special, powerful people that empower everybody and have a big message. ISIS, Trump, get out of here. Thank you, Raymond.
Thank you, Chen. We have a surprise performance by this little gentleman here.
Okay.
Number one, we all supposed to be here. And I'm gonna beatbox today.
Okay.
What's your name?
Leo.
Thank you, Leo. We have Carlton Perry from Communities United.
Hey everybody, what's up? Baltimore, stand up. Philly, stand up. Thank y'all for being here today. So we all see and we all know what ICE is doing right now. And let's be very clear about it. It is illegal, but it also has a foundation. It has a foundation in racism. It has a foundation in prejudice. It has a foundation in white supremacy, which this country has a history of, because this country was based and built on the foundation of white supremacy. But there is also something else about these ICE rallies. It is a tactical movement. It is a tactical movement against brown folks, against black folks, against marginalized folks. And this is only the first round. This is only the first step. So you know what? A lot of people talk about being woke. And, you know, I'm from Baltimore. We had a different way of thinking about it. We didn't always say that we were going to stay woke. We said don't sleep. You know, you don't sleep on it, because if you sleep on something, it'll catch up to you. And by the time you catch up to you and it's right on you, sometimes it's too late to activate and to do something. So where we're at right now is, I'm not saying to stay woke. I'm saying don't sleep on what's going on. Because like I said, we see what's going on with ICE. We're terrorizing people. This is a terrorist movement. This is a neo-fascist movement. This is a Nazi movement. There is no thing about, well, on each side there are good people. There is no such thing as, well, we can amicably disagree about political things. This is not a political thing. This is the rise of a Nazi party, of a neo-fascist party here in this country. And it's trying to come for a whole lot of people. It's trying to come for us right now. So don't sleep. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on what's happening. And we look at what's happening to our families. We look at what's happening to our friends. We look at what's happening to our communities. We got people being grabbed. We got people being detained. We got people being harmed. And this is all a concerted effort. And see, the thing is, some people are saying, well, no, it's not like that. It's not like that. But the man that's about 40 to 50 miles from here, that's currently in the White House, told you that he was going to do this. He told you that he was going to do this 10 years ago, in June of 2015, when he came down the escalator in a building that, well, he said he owned a building, but we're not sure about that, because his money is always a little funny. But and we're seeing that now in the government happening. But he told us that he was going to do this, and he built his first presidency and his first run on the grounds and the foundation of racism, white supremacy, fascism, hurting marginalized communities. And guess what? He got back in office doing the same thing. Because some of y'all would rather vote for a mediocre, evil white man instead of a qualified black woman.
Go ahead.
Say that again.
I said some of y'all, and y'all know some of them people, y'all voted for an unqualified, ignorant. Because we saw it yesterday. This man is talking like he's on The Apprentice and he's trying to conduct diplomacy. Y'all would rather have that and vote for that and have that in office rather than a qualified black woman. And this is where we at right now. But we got to not only look at where we at right now, we got to look at what's happening. We got to look at where we're going. And we got to look at what we're doing, because we got people in trouble. And this is about immigrants today. And a part of the tactic of harming people is to other people. Those people. They're not like us, but we're saying that in a bad way. They're not like us.
They taking our jobs. They the ones that's the criminals. They doing this, they doing that. And we have this whole narrative. And so when some of y'all, when you see ICE show up, you're like, oh, well, that's right, that's fair, that's good. No, it's not. Because what we're doing is we're destroying families. We are terrorizing people, actively terrorizing people.
Yes.
We have people that are afraid to go to work. We have
Yes.
people that are afraid to be in school.
Yes.
In Overly, a couple of weeks ago, we had a school teacher on social media talking about, yeah, I know that there's some illegal immigrants in this school. Let me give you information.
All right.
We got people that are living in terror and living in fear. And guess what? Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it, because this is only the first step.
Yes.
Because if you are a marginalized person, if you're a black person, if you are trans, if you are queer, if you are a marginalized person, if you are a woman, if you are in a marginalized group, guess what? You next in line.
All right.
You next in line, because what they doing is they beta testing the fascism, and they using immigration to do it.
Yes.
And if it works, if that diabolical plan works, they're gonna say, oh shit, we got something going now. And we can move to the next group, and we're gonna keep moving to the next group, and we're gonna keep moving to the next group. But see, what we're gonna do is we about to outsmart all of them, because we showing up and we here, and you know what? It's not their country. We got this. This is our thing.
That's right.
Baltimore here, this is my home. This is my space. And we got space for everybody. We got respect for everybody. Everybody should be in dignity.
Yes.
We're going to stand up. But you know what? It's not about words, because the time for words and platitudes is over. It is time for action. It is time to move. And we about to do it.
Thank you, Carlton. Oh, I meant to tell you, Samaritan Kitchen, Andy Mendes is over here. He's got a roast con polo, and he's got a lot, so go eat some, please. And anybody else want to speak? I think I got all the speakers on the list. Anybody? Galen? Are you sure?
I want to say
Okay, John wants to say.
I want to thank my wife for making this protest. I was a little bit shocked, I was a little bit slow, and I was a little bit shocked for coming. But I'm glad I came out, because my wife did this, so I'm glad I came out. Right. I was scared, but it's nothing to be scared about. It's something to help the people out. This is our land. This is our country. And nobody owns this country. Nobody can say they own anything. Nobody owns nothing. This is for everybody. This country is for everybody, man. This country that we love and respect.
Andre Paul, TPA.
Good afternoon, sisters, brothers, and siblings. As I look around today, I see some of the people who may not have been born when this event happened. But you see, you always have to look back at the history of things. Now, currently, we got this man, calls himself president. Before we had him, we had Biden. Before we had him, we had Obama. Biden and Obama have deported so many immigrant people from this country. Do not think that it's all Trump himself that's deporting immigrant people.
That's right.
But one needs to actually sit back and ask, and this is where I come in, for those of you that may not have been born then. During the 1990s, there was a president named Bill Clinton. You all remember him. Under Bill Clinton's administration, Congress down in D.C., who only works for the rich, not for us, they introduced a program called NAFTA, North American Free Trade Act. Free trade. Who is the free trade among? It's among the big business corporations that want to divide up the world for themselves and exploit people in the other countries for themselves. Under NAFTA, U.S. businesses, especially the agribusiness of farmers, could take rice down to Mexico and sell it for a lower price than the farmers in Mexico can sell their own rice. And what does that do? That puts the Mexican farmers out of business. If you're planting vegetables in the U.S., under NAFTA, you can go down to Mexico, Guatemala, the other countries in Latin America, and sell it for a much cheaper price. And as we all know, when you're trying to live day by day, as our working class sisters and brothers in Latin America do, you sometimes buy the things that are cheaper because it stretches your money further. So the result of that is that so many people, laborers, working class people like us, that wake up in the morning and go out to a job and sell our labor power to whoever owns that company so that we can get a subsistence wage, which is what Karl Marx called it. And the jobs dried up in Latin America, not just Mexico. I know Trump used to say, oh, the Mexicans are coming. But from all over Latin America, the jobs dried up. So where do they go? We know where they can go, where they go to. They went to the same place that European immigrants in the 1930s and 1940s and 1950s went. Those immigrants left Europe looking for a better place to live, a place that had jobs. The U.S. industrialization had just begun in the early 1900s. And over in Europe, they found out, hey, there are no jobs here. Let's go over to the U.S. So policies like NAFTA are what forced the migration from the Latin American countries to the U.S. trying to get a better job. And all of us need to learn to explain what they got when they got here. They didn't get high-paying jobs. Some of them don't even have work permits under the table, which means they're subjected to super exploitation because they're not even making minimum wage, but yet they're trying to survive and raise a family. This is the economic policy of capitalism. Donald Trump and his kind just took advantage of it, seized on it, ran a racist campaign, and somehow managed to get elected twice. But it's capitalism that is at the bottom of it all. Capitalism that doesn't care whether any of us standing here today lives or dies. Because capitalism has only one goal: the profit margin for those Fortune 500s and those almost Fortune 500s that are there. So when we stand up and fight for the immigrant community, remember, we're fighting for ourselves. We must connect it with the fight against capitalism. And so many of us, we know the only system that treats people as human beings, as they should be treated, is a system of socialism that doesn't have the profit motive as their ultimate goal. Socialist countries like Cuba have free health care, free education through the university level. They have low rents. When I was in Cuba, we visited a community called La Guanera. It had got, this was in the 1990s, it had gotten a little run down. So what the Cuban government, the people in the community addressed the government and said, we need to improve our housing. They put together mini brigades, taught the people of the community how to construct buildings and housings. Tore down the old parts of the apartments and rebuilt new, adequate apartments for the people of La Guanera. This is what can be done under socialism. If you look at the country of Vietnam, if you're like me and you got a head full of gray hair, I see us out there that stood up and were against the Vietnam War. Richard Nixon carpet bombed Southeast Asia. That's what he stated his goal was. I'm going to carpet bomb Vietnam back into the Stone Age. But if you look at Vietnam today, it has arisen from the ashes like the phoenix. That's because Vietnam is still a socialist government. A government that provides for the people. And despite Vietnam being bombed just like Palestine is down to nothing but a rubble, under socialism, they have rebuilt their country, and it is this absolutely beautiful country that you'd ever want to see. You almost couldn't tell that the U.S. carpet bombed had poisoned all the foliage and plants and gardens with Agent Orange, and then that turned back on them because all the U.S. soldiers came back with Agent Orange. I have a friend that waged a terrible fight from the 1990s and is only rebuilding their strength, fighting against the Agent Orange that affected him. So we stand here, thank you, with our working class sisters and brothers from the immigrant communities, and we welcome them to Baltimore, and we pledge that we will stand up, because this is just the beginning of Trump and all his fascists like Nazi people. I swear, sometimes I think that him and Musk are taking pages right out of Mein Kampf and using that to plot their strategies. This people's power will stand, throw out capitalism, build a better world in birth. That's what the International says. There's a better world in birth under socialism. Long live socialism, where you have immigrant rights and the rights for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Andre. I have a friend that couldn't make it today who's running for governor actually in 2026 with the Green Party, and he had some really good remarks, so I'm going to say just a few of those. His name is Andy Ellis. Both parties tell us to fear immigrants, but what they really fear is solidarity, because when workers unite, we don't just resist, we win. So today we say, no more deportations, no more raids, no more silence. Not in our name, not in our name, not in our state, and not in our world. We know stopping the attacks on immigrants isn't enough. Elections won't save us, but they can be a weapon in the hands of the people. They can be a tool to bring power to the communities that need it most. So we fight on every front. We organize in the streets. We protect each other when the state comes knocking, and yes, we fight for political power, not to reform their system, but to tear down the walls, open the borders, and build a new world where no one is disposable. A world where solidarity is our defense. A world where courage replaces cowardice. A world where we no longer beg for change, we take it! The time for fear is over. The time for waiting is over. The time to fight is now. Thank you for coming out today. Is there anyone else who wants to speak? We have an open mic.
Hello everyone, I'm Carrington. I'm with the People's Power Assembly and Struggle for Socialism Party. I just wanted to make quick remarks on who the real boogeymen, who the real terrorists, evil people are. Our government, both parties, let's not forget, under President Biden, he set the record for ICE deportations. Trump is only continuing that in a less effective fashion. Now the real terrorists here are the people that are pulling up in unmarked civilian vehicles in the communities. Similar to how the IOF in Palestine pulled up in ambulances and civilian vehicles to kill kids and women over there to continue out their genocide and occupation. ICE here is pulling up in civilian unmarked vehicles in all black, just like how they describe the gangs that they tell you to, like, sleep under your bed and are the enemy that we need to turn against. The enemy is the state. The enemy are the agents of the state that go and creep and watch and do everything that they can to divide and terrorize us at night and in the morning. Those are the enemy that we're fighting, and I'm glad to be out here and organize with you to continue that fight against them. Thank you and have a great rest of your day.
Okay, anybody else? If not, I'm going to play my protest playlist. All right, have some rice, hang out.
Thank you. See everybody's face. I'm just trying to get a couple. Y'all good? Y'all ready? He said he's too short. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. Come on, Raven. Somebody's gonna have to squat though. Poor People's Army. You're welcome. Yes, ma'am. We love you guys. Yes, indeed. Love you guys. When we meet you, I know you're gonna come back us up. Yeah, good.